Good morning. Let's begin our service by singing hymn number 2. A glorious day is dawning, and o'er the waking earth the heralds of the morning are springing into birth. In dark and hidden places there shines the blessed light. The beam of truth displaces the darkness of the night. Hymn number 2. The scriptural will be given by Betty from California.
I will read from Philippians. Therefore, my brethren, dearly beloved and longed for, my joy and crown, so stand fast in the Lord, my dearly beloved. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again I say, rejoice. Let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do, and the God of peace shall be with you. Now unto God and our Father be glory forever and ever.
Let us now have a moment of silent prayer and follow with the Lord's Prayer and its spiritual interpretation as given in the Christian Science textbook. Our Father, which art in heaven. Our Father, Mother, God, all harmonious.
Hallowed be thy name.
Adorable One.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom is come. Thou art ever present.
Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Enable us to know, as in heaven, so on earth, God is omnipotent, supreme.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us grace for today. Feed the famished affections.
And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
And love is reflected in love.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
And God leadeth us not into temptation, but delivereth us from sin, disease, and death.
For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever.
For God is infinite, all power, all life, truth, love, over all and all. Let's now sing hymn number 423. Give me, O Lord, an understanding heart, that I may learn to know myself in thee, to spurn the wrong and choose the better part, and thus from sinful bondage be set free. Hymn number 423. Welcome to the Sunday morning service of the Plainfield Christian Science Church Independent. We begin each Sunday morning here at 10 a.m. with our roundtable discussion, which is a training session in Christian Science. And we just finished a really good one, so if you missed it, please log on to our website, plainfieldcs.com, where you will find it. We also have a Sunday school for children every Sunday at 11 a.m., and that class is conducted via teleconference so that any child anywhere in the world can attend. And if you don't live in the area and have a child who would like to attend, please call us. We'll give you the number, and your child will be most welcome. And at all of our services, we have a nursery available for infants and toddlers. And on Wednesdays, we have a testimony meeting at 8:15, where you can hear testimonies of healings and lives changed through the study and practice of Christian Science. And you can find us not only here in Plainfield, New Jersey, but you can also find us on our website, plainfieldcs.com. We have a channel on YouTube, and you can find us on SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can listen to all of our services either on our website, on YouTube, or from your telephone via a teleconference number that we provide. I'd like to point out on our website an article that is featured on the homepage entitled "A Christian Scientist's Duty" by Herbert W. Eustace. If you've ever wondered what your duty is, and it's appropriate not only for Christian scientists, but for everybody. So I would encourage you to read. It's short and to the point. Everyone is welcome here, and that includes all of you who are listening and participating from around the world. We will now have the reading of a testimony from the chapter entitled Fruitage in Science and Health, which attests to the healing power obtained by studying the Christian Science textbook. And that reading will be given this morning by Jeffrey from New Jersey.
Page 696 from Science and Health, Fruitage. Fibroid tumor destroyed. When quite young, I was impressed that the Bible was not properly interpreted by the preachers. For I could not conceive of a God of wrath who was unjust enough to allow his little ones to suffer pain, misery, and death. I had hope, however, that someday the truth would be revealed to an awakening world, but little did I dream that even then there was one of God's noble women who reflected sufficient purity and holiness to entertain the angel of his presence and commune with the true God. I was believed to be predisposed to scrofula, so that I was not a strong or attractive child, and my girlhood and womanhood were scarcely ever free from dread of the laws of matter and lack of strength. The climax was reached when a physician informed me, after weeks of treatment, that I had a fibroid tumor, which required an operation. The conditions were most trying, and I was heartsick and discouraged when, in January 1893, I heard of Christian Science through a letter from a dear sister who had been greatly benefited thereby, and I resolved to go at once to a practitioner. For I believed it to be the long-lost truth that would make me free. It meant a great deal of effort and sacrifice for me to go to Chicago at that time, but divine love opened the way, and I reached there in March. I had been in my sister's home but a few days, reading Science and Health almost constantly. When I asked her if I had not better have treatment for the tumor, which had given me so much trouble, she said to me, "Well, you feel well, do you not?" I assured her that I never had felt so well as I had since reaching there. "Well," she said with decision, "your tumor is gone, for God never made it." And her statements were true, for it has never been heard from or heard of from that day. Since then, I have been healed of chronic sore throat, hay fever, and other troubles, and I know that Christian Science is the truth. BWS, Coldwater, Michigan.
The lesson sermon for this morning can be found on page 8 of the Independent Christian Science Quarterly. Subject, truth. The golden text is from Psalms. Thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments endureth forever. The responsive reading is from Psalms. The Lord is righteous in all his ways, and holy in all his works.
The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth.
He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. He also will hear their cry and will save them. The Lord preserveth all them that love him, but all the wicked will he destroy. My mouth shall speak the praise of the Lord, and let all flesh bless his holy name forever and ever. For the word of the Lord is right, and all his works are done in truth. I will read from the Bible. Psalms. Teach me thy way, O Lord. I will walk in thy truth. Unite my heart to fear thy name. Deuteronomy. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, and thy brethren like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken. But the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. 1 Kings. And it came to pass in the 3rd year that Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, came down to the king of Israel And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, Inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today. Then the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto them, Shall I go against Ramoth-Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, Go up, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And Jehoshaphat said, Is there not here a prophet of the Lord besides, that we might inquire of him? And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, There is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord. But I hate him, for he doth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, Let not the king say so. Then the king of Israel called an officer and said, Hasten hither Micaiah, the son of Imlah. And the messenger that was gone to call Micaiah spake unto him, saying, Behold now, the words of the prophets declare good unto the king with one mouth. Let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of one of them, and speak that which is good. And Micaiah said, As the Lord liveth, what the Lord saith unto me, that will I speak. So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go against Ramoth-Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered him, Go and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And the king said unto him, How many times shall I adjure thee, that thou tell me nothing but that which is true in the name of the Lord? And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills, as sheep that have not a shepherd. And the Lord said, These have no master. Let them return every man to his house in peace. And Micaiah said, If thou return at all in peace, the Lord hath not spoken by me. And he said, Hearken, O people, every one of you. And a certain man drew a bow at a venture, and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness. John. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice. I have many things to say and to judge of you, but he that sent me is true, and I speak to the world those things which I have heard of him. They understood not that he spake to them of the Father. Then said Jesus unto them, When ye have lifted up the Son of Man, then shall ye know that I am he, and that I do nothing of myself. But as my Father hath taught me, I speak these things. And he that sent me is with me. the Father hath not left me alone, for I do always those things that please him. And he spake these words. Many believed on him. Then said Jesus to those Jews which believed on him, If ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. 2 Corinthians. Therefore, as ye abound in everything, in faith and utterance and knowledge, and in all diligence, and in your love to us, see that ye abound in this grace also, providing for honest things, not only in the sight of the Lord, but also in the sight of men. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobates? But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. Now I pray to God that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. These words spake Jesus, and lifted up his eyes to heaven, and said, Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. Farrelly from Maryland will now read.
Science and health. Christian Science brings to light truth and its supremacy, universal harmony, the entireness of God good, and the nothingness of evil. The spiritual sense of truth must be gained before truth can be understood. This sense is assimilated only as we are honest, unselfish, loving, and meek. In the soil of an honest and good heart, the seed must be sown. Late in the 19th century, I demonstrated the divine rules of Christian Science. They were submitted to the broadest practical test, and everywhere, when honestly applied under circumstances where demonstration was humanly possible, this science showed that truth had lost none of its divine and healing efficacy, even though centuries had passed away since Jesus practiced these rules on the hills of Judea and in the valleys of Galilee. I have set forth Christian Science and its application to the treatment of disease just as I have discovered them. I have demonstrated through mind the effects of truth on the health, longevity, and morals of men. And I have found nothing in ancient or in modern systems on which to found my own, except the teachings and demonstrations of our great Master and the lives of prophets and apostles. The Bible has been my only authority, I have had no other guide in the straight and narrow way of truth. If Christendom resists the author's application of the word science to Christianity, or questions her use of the word science, she will not therefore lose faith in Christianity, nor will Christianity lose its hold upon her. If God, the all-in-all, be the creator of the spiritual universe, including man, then everything entitled to a classification as truth or science must be comprised in a knowledge or understanding of God. For there can be nothing beyond illimitable divinity. There is no physical science, inasmuch as all truth proceeds from the divine mind. Therefore, truth is not human and is not a law of matter, for matter is not a lawgiver. Science is an emanation of divine mind and is alone able to interpret God aright. It has a spiritual and not a material origin. It is a divine utterance, the Comforter which leadeth into all truth. An inquirer once said to the discoverer of Christian Science, "I like your explanations of truth, but I do not comprehend what you say about error." This is the nature of error. The mark of ignorance is on its forehead, for it neither understands nor can be understood. Error would have itself received as mind, as if it were as real and God-created as truth. But Christian Science attributes to error neither entity nor power, because error is neither mind nor the outcome of mind. Truth fosters the idea of truth, and not the belief in illusion or error. That which is real is sustained by spirit. Truth makes no laws to regulate sickness, sin, and death, for these are unknown to truth and should not be recognized as reality. Belief produces the results of belief, and the penalties it affixes last so long as the belief and are inseparable from it. Truth, life, and love are the only legitimate and eternal demands on man, and they are spiritual lawgivers, enforcing obedience through divine statutes. Controlled by the divine intelligence, man is harmonious and eternal. Quote, "Whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven." Unquote. In Christian Science, a denial of truth is fatal, while a just acknowledgement of truth and of what it has done for us is an effectual help. If pride, superstition, or any error prevents the honest recognition of benefits received, this will be a hindrance to the recovery of the sick and the success of the student. Ignorance of the divine idea betrays at once a greater ignorance of the divine principle of the idea, ignorance of truth and love. The understanding of truth and love, the principle which works out the ends of eternal good, and destroys both faith in evil and the practice of evil, leads to the discernment of the divine idea. When needed, tell the truth concerning the lie. Evasion of truth cripples integrity and casts thee down from the pinnacle. It is Christian science to do right, and nothing short of right doing has any claim to the name. To talk the right and live the wrong is foolish deceit, doing oneself the most harm. A grain of Christian science does wonders for mortals, so omnipotent is truth. But more of Christian science must be gained in order to continue in well-doing. You should practice well what you know, and you will then advance in proportion to your honesty and fidelity, qualities which ensure success in this science. When the illusion of sickness or sin tempts you, cling steadfastly to God and His idea. Allow nothing but His likeness to abide in your thought. Let neither fear nor doubt overshadow your clear sense and calm trust that the recognition of life harmonious as life eternally is can destroy any painful sense of or belief in that which life is not. Stick to the truth of being in contradistinction to the error that life, substance, or intelligence can be in matter. Plead with an honest conviction of truth and a clear perception of the unchanging, unerring, and certain effect of divine science. Then, if your fidelity is half equal to the truth of your plea, you will heal the sick. Truth is affirmative and confers harmony. All metaphysical logic is inspired by this simple rule of truth, which governs all reality.
Let us now have a moment of silent prayer for our world. Let's now sing hymn number 161. The words of this hymn are by Mary Baker Eddy. It matters not what be thy lot, so love doth guide. For storm or shine, pure peace is thine, whate'er betide. Hymn number 161.
perfect wisdom of our God, revealed in all the universe, all things created by His hand and held together at His command. He knows the mysteries of the seas, the secrets of the stars are His. He guides the planets on their way and turns the earth through another day. the truth and wisdom of his ways that mark the path of righteousness. His word a lamp upon my feet, his spirit teaching and guiding me. And oh, the mysteries of the cross, that God should suffer for the lost, so that the fool might shame the wise, and all the glory might go to Christ. Oh, grant me wisdom from above to pray for peace and cling to love, and teach me humbly to receive the sun and rain of your sovereignty. Each thread of sorrow has a place within this tapestry of grace. So through his truth I choose to say, your perfect will in your perfect way. Your perfect will in your perfect
Let us now sing hymn number 343. Thou art the way, to thee alone from sin and death we flee. And he who would the Father seek must seek him, Lord, by thee. Hymn number 343.
I will read from the Christian Science textbook, the Scientific Statement of Being, and the correlative passages from 1 John, 3rd chapter. There is no life, truth, intelligence, nor substance in matter. All is infinite mind, and its infinite manifestation, for God is all in all. Spirit is immortal truth. Matter is mortal error. Spirit is the real and eternal. Matter is the unreal and temporal. Spirit is God, and man is his image and likeness. Therefore, man is not material. He is spiritual. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. And every man that hath this hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Amen.